Action.
Hello, welcome back to the 7 o'clock news, happening live while you're watching it. This is happening right as you hit play. This is happening in real time, okay? We're not editing anything out, no matter... Okay, my name is Ian Abramson, and we are going to be playing some movie trivia with you, whether you like it or not, okay? We've hacked into your remote. It is impossible to turn off this video. I dare you to try. Kidding. Okay. The way that this is going to work is that we love movies, and we love talking about whatever movies we want to. So when it's our turn, we choose a movie, and then we go to IMDB, and we find the parental guide section of IMDB. What's interesting about the parental guide section on IMDB is that they are all user-submitted. So people can describe what they think might be objectionable in whatever words they want to whatever degree they want. So this makes for an interesting way to describe a movie, and the other two people will try to guess. We'll go in a circle. We're going to skip you this time because it's your first time playing, but the three of us are going to play, and maybe you can join in next time. Okay, are we ready, folks?
We are ready. Wait, let's
introduce yourselves.
Yeah,
that might
probably.
be good.
You can tell we took a little break for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Just recording. We were here in this room talking.
Yes, we did. Yes,
the lodge had the power shut off.
Yes, out of respect for the holiday.
Right. Yeah. I'm Charlie Rohrer.
I'm Blake Burkhart.
Make sure to laugh when you say the last name.
Yeah, the
His
laugh is
doctor
part
does.
of it. It's Swedish. Yeah.
Are you Swedish?
No.
I'm half Swedish.
Are you really?
Yeah, half
Oh, yeah.
Swedish. Have
So
Half sourish.
we're having fun
That's
here.
why they would call me a Sour Patch Kid. Because I'm sour on the outside, but on the inside, I'll
You're
give you
patchy.
diabetes.
Sorry, I stepped on
The
your
outside gives you high blood pressure. The inside gives you diabetes.
It's a win-win.
Sour Patch Kids coming to a theater near you. Probably. Okay, this could not have been more off track.
I think we're doing good.
Yeah, we talked about a theater. That's related to movies.
We might be doing
Yeah.
well, Blake, but
We talked
none
about
of this is
candy.
good.
Fuck. Am I allowed to curse?
donate all of my...
Yes, but not in that context.
Okay.
Hope that helps. That was much better.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
that's okay.
I'll try not to. I curse too much.
Same.
You're allowed to curse as much as you want.
Okay.
Okay? But we will bleep it out.
Okay.
Okay? For instance,
Bleep out every
Do
word
we?
I say, no matter what.
For instance,
just a series of beeps and bloops.
and
Yeah. Oh, it's muted.
and-
It's not really. I wanted it
and
beeped.
well, so this
If
will
it's
be
muted, that's no fun. Then it just
John,
looks
cut
like-
all of this out, okay? Don't you dare. I do not want to be sitting on my couch at 2 a.m. watching the episode painfully because I hate the sound of my own voice.
Who's John?
I don't know. Have I been introduced yet? John Mokate edits all the episodes. God bless, John. Okay.
God bless you, John.
Oh, you met him. He filmed Oppenheimer Jr.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You did
Yeah.
great. Excellent work.
Right?
Yeah. That was
What
was
a
great.
champ. John, we're big fans.
Yeah, John rules.
Oh, I meant to ask, who did the poster art for Oppenheimer?
Oh, man.
Or was it AI generated or something? Because the reason I asked is I was listening to the new Busta Rhymes album. It's got like a cartoony explosion on it, and I was like, "Is this fucking Oppenheimer?"
What I tried to do. This is so off track. I don't. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe this will
I
get all
blame
cut.
my fault.
You're so fine.
I
You
blame
were-
myself.
Yeah, and it's this was for a one-off show that I did, and I tried to make a bit about how, similarly to the atom bomb being technology that we created without thinking of the repercussions, AI is also doing that, and I tried to kind of comment on that to mixed effect. So that was me trying to, but then I had to use artificial intelligence, which is what I call Congress, folks. Hey, all right, okay. Oh my goodness, I rehearsed that 18 times this morning in the mirror.
A little more tacky for Busta Rhymes to be using AI.
I don't think he used it. It just reminded me. Maybe he did.
The posters were fun though, and it wasn't like it's like there was like a child like looking. I in the prompt I kept saying in the style of Pixar, so I tried to make it seem like Pixar was making a movie of Oppenheimer. And if you're going to straight up make artificial intelligence steal the aesthetic of an established style, it might as well be something as corporate as Pixar.
Yeah.
Who am I hurting? Pete Docter, is that his name? John Landis? No, that's someone else.
Pete Docter. Is that a real person's name?
Dr. Pete.
Any Pixar fans in the house?
When I was a kid. Is he in charge of Pixar now?
Oh, John Ratzenberger?
The actor? No, I'm talking about like the directors, the Walt Disneys of Pixar, like the people that created it.
I guess I have no idea what any of their names are.
His name should really be Pete Director if that's what he's doing with his life. Right? You're not a doctor, Pete. Quit lying to people.
His last name was Director, but then he doctored his last name.
Yeah, you doctored it up. Phony. We're coming for you.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the first movie.
Let's
Okay,
get
I
this
wonder
ball
if that might be. Let's never do that on purpose, but it's kind of fun to see how long we can actually take before getting to the first round.
Yeah, it was our longest intro. It might be our first intro.
John, do me a favor and flash how long we spoke before we started the game, so that they know, despite whatever you've edited out, how long we've spoken before getting to anything worth it.
This is John Editor you're talking about, right?
John
Editor. Yes. Yeah, his last name used to be Editor, but yeah, fuck.
He's also a doctor.
His name used to be Doctor, but he edited it.
Yeah.
Man.
Either way, great work.
Anyways, bleep
I went over my
everything before
script for the day. I script out my days completely. Isn't that right, Blake?
Yes.
Why are you disagreeing with? Oh, sorry. The script that I wrote had you responding differently.
Blake didn't get the updates.
Okay, the number that John flashed earlier was counting still now because I haven't started. Okay, here we go. First movie in the category of sex and nudity. A character makes a remark about a $2 hooker. Okay. An elderly woman sees an athlete and laughs that she could watch that backside all day.
An elderly woman sees
Can we just shout out guesses?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Airbud.
Great guess. Although, if that was the athlete they saw, and
I pictured an old lady looking at a dog's ass and getting all into it.
Because it's just text.
now that is a hot dog. I'd
We
like
don't
to
know how
drag
she
that through the
says it.
garden. Hey-o, folks! Are you kidding me? Can we vape in here? Whoa! Going
That's gonna get me.
crazy.
You knew that was gonna get me.
She might have been like,
That's right up. That's right. My bread and butter right there.
That's our bread and butter. Okay, violence and gore. A bar fight played comically includes a beer bottle being broken over a man's head. Some slapstick. Okay, are you ready for me to completely give it away in a single clue?
wait.
Can I take one?
Because I'm going to read a clue, but it'll
me
immediately give it away.
Give it
Unless I blank out
Oh.
one of the names. Should I do that?
I'd like to throw a guess out there.
Guess.
Please.
Major League?
No, great guess,
Good
though.
guess.
Love it.
Airplane?
No.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Less
yeah,
good.
because
Less good
what's his
than Major
name
League.
is
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's
Yes.
the pilot. Yeah. What a
Oh
great-
yeah.
what a
Oh
great
my
It's an
god.
athlete.
I got my. A lot of this podcast is me suppressing anecdotes that I heard on other podcasts, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a clue
Just
that
let
I'm
'em
going to
fly.
skip because I do think it gives it away, and I'm going to read a few more, okay? The language is surprisingly strong for a Disney movie. That's a good clue, right?
Space Jam.
No, good guess. My
It's not Disney.
favorite Disney character is Bugs Bunny.
Mine is Michael Jordan.
Okay, for alcohol, drugs, and smoking, there are 2 entries. The first one, social drinking, period. Okay, that's a full sentence. Social drinking, that's what it says. One of the characters asks another what he's smoking, but he's actually breathing out the cold air.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's not Disney either.
Famously a cold movie. I love it. And that is a Disney movie that has the Looney Tunes in it. So
Is it Disney?
yeah.
Roger, yeah.
Is it?
Man, I thought that.
But it's the only time that Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse have appeared on screen together.
Right. in my dreams every night.
Is that
No,
true?
that's a guy that.
Oh yeah, because they had to, there's like legal. They had to be on time or on screen for the exact same amount of time.
Right,
It was
right.
like a whole.
Right. Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, that scene all similarly had a whole negotiation to it. They do dueling pianos.
It's same deal with Vin Diesel and The Rock. I'm only half kidding. They have some
For
weird-
sure. Yeah. I love Vin Diesel because he's so sincere in his shit talking.
Yeah.
It feels like he's actually living what professional wrestlers pretend to be. Do you know what I mean? Where he's like, this is who I am in charge, I am correct, and they call me Vin, the number to categorize absolutely anything, and Diesel,
He's definitely
the fuel destroying the planet.
He's the Mickey Mouse of the two, and The Rock's got a lot of Bugs Bunny in him. I've never
Dude,
thought about
that
this
is
before.
so
but
funny. That's so funny because
neither are really Mickey, but if you had to pick,
for
The Rock
sure.
is very Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, he's much more versatile.
Yeah.
You know
He's
what
a
I mean?
He's got a lot of sarcasm to him.
Yes, yeah.
He's gonna be doing bits while Vin's trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so funny.
I've never thought about this before in my life, but I'm gonna be spending.
Bugs
a lot of
Bunny
time.
could fit in any movie. Mickey Mouse only makes sense in a Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
movie.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
Fuck.
Wow, Vin Diesel, listen, respect, okay? I love your work in the Mr. Clean commercials, but I do have to say that The Rock wins this one, buddy.
Yep.
Okay, frightening and intense scenes. This is the same movie. Athletes, cold. Irv beats a radio with a pool cue. I could just straight up read a character's name for
Irv.
this. The scene where the blank crashes could be intense for those who've never seen the movie before.
Rescuers Down Under.
Great guess.
Damn it.
Cool Runnings.
You did it.
Wow. Great answer. Correct answer.
Thank you.
The clue that I knew would give it away if we got to that, the cyanide that I kept in my tooth for this one was black and white film footage of bobsled crashes shown in one scene.
See, I still would have been like, huh?
Really?
Space Jam 2?
Yeah. Dude, I would kill to see
LeBron?
LeBron James get into bobsled racing.
He was in a lot of crashes in the old days.
Wow, he wasn't in the Academy Award-winning crash.
He should just go and redo all of the like 90s sports movies.
That would be such a fun. If that was something that he was like excited to do, he could feel like he or like Blake Griffin, someone with like that kind of next level athlete fame would be able to have. They could do some really fun stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Blake
Maybe I'll
Griffin-
become like a super famous athlete. Maybe that's the move.
That sounds like a really easy way to get booked on comedy movies.
Absolutely, that's such a good point. I mean, Shaq, the man's in everything.
All right,
Maybe
so we're
I should
shutting
get
this
as
down
tall
today.
as Shaq.
We all just spoke.
Give it 10 years of hard work. If you start tomorrow, you could beat Space Jam 3.
Wow.
Or Cool
Space Jam
Runnings
3,
2.
this time on Earth.
Cooler Runnings.
They just they
The
do
coldest run is the third one.
they do the obligatory reference to John Candy's character's death.
Oh God.
Does
They
he
would
die
have
in
to.
the- Oh, he
Yeah.
dies after the.
No, he
events of the
dies in
movie.
real life, so he would have
Oh,
to.
right.
Yeah, you forgot about real life, huh?
Yeah. Every time you
so
watch
they
that
would have
movie-
to explain such
I
an important
tend to
character's
often.
absence, right?
Yeah.
My favorite detail like that is that in Gilmore Girls, the
Love it
the
already.
grandfather, who by the way plays the dad in Richie Rich, is he is like a guest star. He's not in every episode. So the episodes that he's not in, the grandma's like, he's away on business. But then by the time the reboot happened, the actor had unfortunately passed away. And they did a good job of incorporating that into the story of that season. But I kind of wished that they had instead had the grandma just constantly say he was on business.
every episode.
Right. Let the character live on
Yeah.
where the performer cannot.
Grandpa's taking care of business, baby.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Buster Keaton, the actor, is dead, but the characters that he plays, I think, are immortal vampires in my headcanon. Okay, Charlie, your turn.
Okay.
I want to talk about that some more.
I've been asked to not talk about that on mic anymore.
That's why he changed the topic so fast. He could feel the warmth from my blood boiling.
We're not getting into this again.
Ian.
And Charlie Chaplin's a werewolf. Why do you think there are no moons in his movies? Not a single moon. If you Google Charlie Chaplin moon, you will not get a single result.
It's him showing his ass to the camera. And you don't want to see that. You're like, I guess that's what I deserve, but I'd Google.
All right, Charlie, what do you have for us?
All right, let's see. All right, first one. Under the category... Wait, I clicked on the wrong category. Under the category alcohol, drugs, and smoking.
The name of my 3 children.
Let's see.
We call them beer for short.
There is a lot... I was reading. I wasn't even... there's a lot of alcohol use in this movie. Blank offers blank alcohol to put in his coffee.
Angela's Ashes. Because, Irish coffee is...
I've got to
alcohol in
guess
it.
just because it's one of my favorites. Is it...
Sounds like you love it a lot.
No, it's definitely one of...
Yeah, definitely.
Never mind.
Do you want to say any detail from the movie so maybe I can help? That's what Mike Robinson
It's
and I
a
did
bowling
lot of.
movie.
Kingpin?
Kingpin? Is it Kingpin?
It's not Kingpin.
Okay.
Great guess.
Because I remember
guess,
the...
The beer scene?
Yeah.
Where Randy Quaid's nipples
There's
show.
a lot of drinking in that, too. And
yeah.
he puts it in his whiskey.
you're
Or he puts
right.
it in his coffee at the
He
beginning.
put some coffee in his whiskey.
Anyways.
I get you.
A shot in the dark.
That's
Yeah.
a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad that you said that.
I
that's a
wanted to
favorite
call
of
it
yours.
something else, but that's the movie that I have... that I want to talk about later. Never mind.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So we'll pretend that you're not reading.
They're not related at all. But anyways, ignore me.
I hear there's a sequel in the works.
To Kingpin?
Yeah.
That would rule.
That would rule.
Yeah.
Didn't Randy Quaid
Quaid
kind of lose his mind a little bit?
I don't think he's involved.
Oh, okay. So
then I'm
they'll
out.
just have the,
Then I'm not involved either.
they're actually doing a sequel to When Harry Met Sally called When Harry.
Okay. I'm like, that sounds more like a prequel. to
There's
me.
one where Sally becomes a werewolf. It's called When Sally Gets Hairy. Man, that's fun.
College-aged wolf. The collegial wolf.
When Sally got hairier.
PhD program wolf.
All right. Jumping over to sex and nudity.
Postgraduate wolf in Paris. Sorry, go on.
Several ladies hit on a man, and he says he has... Wait. Several ladies hit on a man and say he has the right tool while looking down at him.
Magic Mike.
No. A main character, when we first meet him, goes on a rant and mentions his wife sleeping with everyone but him.
Boogie Nights.
The Rodney Dangerfield motion picture.
What is the name?
Well, Boogie Nights is a
Roverfield?
great guess.
What is the Rover? Maybe there's an animated. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Rover Dangerfield, I think.
Rover Dangerfield.
what it's called?
Yeah, and it's
What?
actually his voice. Yeah, it's Rodney. It's like a Rodney Dangerfield, the animated movie where
It's
he
just
plays
a way to
dog.
get all his jokes into a movie, but in dog form.
Yeah,
And I am a big fan.
Is it just his stand-up cut up?
Yeah.
it feels that way.
He didn't even go
It was
into like
after his
certainly.
after his passing.
I'm not going to say these again. I said them all already.
The goal must have been to do what they did for Robin Williams stand-up, where you're like animating it as a comedian, and but the problem is that like Rodney Dangerfield isn't a character guy in that kind of way. He's
Yeah.
a very funny, specific. None of this matters. Sorry, go on.
All right, violence and gore. A bomb goes off, but it is meant as comedic.
The Incredibles.
No.
Jingle All the Way.
Oppenheimer.
It's Jingle All the Way. I was so not ready for you to get it that for a moment I was about to be like, nope, good guess.
Blake
And then,
Burkhart.
I'll tell you, there's a real strange reason why I guessed that, and it's because there's a show here at where we're recording this at Lincoln Lodge that's called Brew and Bad Movies. That's what it's called, right? And I was on it, and they did Jingle All the Way with me and Kristen Toomey, and the bomb exploding scene is like really oddly funny, but like people clearly like die in it. And the plot just continues, like it doesn't even make the news.
Oh, it's the mail thing, right?
Yeah, and I think that a bomb goes off, and then
Sinbad is hilarious in that movie.
I think you only see a couple of the characters again that were in the bomb,
Yeah.
implying that like maybe like hundreds of police officers died. And then the news is about Rocket Man still at the or not Rocket Man, Turbo Man.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, and I remember thinking about that. So as soon as you said bomb and comedic, that's just right where my head went. I don't
That's
know.
incredible.
Lucky guess.
No, that's awesome. I'm glad for it. The rest of it was about to get very spoilery.
Were there any more sex ones? Because I feel like there were some
Just
weird.
curious, Blake?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Just the
okay.
two.
Wow.
There's some weird, inappropriate jokes in it, but I guess they weren't. I don't know.
What's it?
Who's the neighbor?
It's Sinbad and Schwarzenegger.
No, but then there's like a neighbor that like is kind of
Oh,
coming
Phil
onto the
Hartman. I
right.
believe.
It is
Yeah.
Phil Hartman.
Yep.
Wow. What a fun cast.
For one of the worst movies.
Yeah.
No, it's like hilariously just like
There's
goofy.
some fun stuff
It's
in
not
that
even
movie.
bad, just like so strange.
Yeah.
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 It is weird.
It
in a
goes
PG
hard as like
movie.
a ridiculous Christmas movie.
Right.
True.
Oh, it's one of the strangest Christmas movies for sure.
Yeah, talking about how your wife is sleeping with everyone but you in a PG Christmas movie.
Wow.
Interesting move.
That's Schwarzenegger says that? Or who?
It's got to be him or Sinbad.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
Or
if he
maybe
meets
it's just like one
Sinbad's
of their
wife.
friends. Who knows?
His wife's an off-camera wife.
Right. That's Arnold's character wouldn't have said that about his wife. The wife is like if anything she's like they present her as like the like what could he possibly be dissatisfied with?
Right.
And he's working too
The
hard.
kid is kind of a brat.
Yeah, the kid. If it was my kid, I would get a Turbo Man box, and then I would get one of those artists.
Hit him over the head with
one of the, I would get one of those artist things that lets you draw a hand, but I would stick the middle finger in it.
Yeah.
Okay, and I would say exactly what you think I would. Okay, Blake,
lot
you
of
have a
extra
movie
steps.
for us?
You could just smack your kid around like I plan to do.
You will not smack my kid around.
John,
okay?
edit that one out.
John,
Just
put
bleep
it
it.
in twice.
I can talk directly to John, right? John, you come on, buddy.
Just bleep it.
Don't ruin me yet. All right. So I can start at any point.
Yep, whatever's
Okay.
most fun. And feel free, neither of us did this, but you can bleep out words if they are too obvious, right?
Okay. Okay. I'm going to start with profanity.
Okay.
Some religious profanities, including goddamn and Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow. This ain't Toy Story 2.
Dogma.
No.
I want to rewatch that.
That's a good guess. Keep going.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I thought you were, like, taking your time to read.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
was just.
You're figuring out the flow of this. Yes,
Right.
by all means.
Okay, this is a 3-part clue.
Great.
97 uses of the word fuck, 33 uses of the word shit, 1 use of cunt.
Wow.
John, you can bleep that. if you-
One. For 97. Okay.
Okay. One character uses extremely abusive slurs at his student, including homophobic slurs. That's a huge hint.
The Sixth Sense.
That is student.
At his student.
Student's a big hat. I think the rest of
When
these...
it's like, oh, The Breakfast Club?
Nope.
It.
Good guess.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
I'm just trying to I'm trying to think of a movie where a teacher's mean to kids.
Matilda? No.
Oh my goodness.
Mrs. Trunchbull, huge homophobe. What's the movie where he's get me pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking
Am I
about
right?
Spider-Man?
No.
Let me guess. This is out of the blue, unrelated to his guess. My guess is Whiplash.
Yes.
Yes! Shit!
And you were getting
What
right there,
movie were you
Charlie.
thinking of, Charlie?
I thought it was Spider-Man.
Okay, he's
I
totally
couldn't
right.
think of the name after.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man. What is that movie?
What's that from? It's fried green tomatoes, right? Whiplash. Damn, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Walked in,
shit.
my parents were watching it the other day.
Oh, man. It is a
Wow.
great, great movie.
It is.
Yeah.
That
Which
it is.
most great movies, I get a very similar review from my parents, which is my mom was just like, "Oh, yeah, did we watch that one?" She watched it like 2 days prior. I was like, I feel like Whiplash is kind of one that sticks with you, but she just forgot it instantly.
Sure.
My favorite of my mother's movie reviews has to be they went to Devil's...
Where's Prada?
Yeah. New York. That's where. I know. Where they filmed the Close Encounters movie.
Earth?
Yeah, right. And so they went there, and there was a screening of the movie, so they were like so excited, and they attended. And I was like, "Mom, what did you think of this, cinema classic?" And she goes, "It was pretty bad." Well, it was really bad. I just love her second guess it, because I really thought she was going to be a little nicer on the second go round. It was really bad. She just had to be like, I don't want Charlie to think that I'm okay with this movie.
Love
Sorry.
that.
Anywho. Do you have another one?
I do. This one's going to be, there are only 3 entries, so the clues, I'm not going to bleep anything. It's going to go from difficult to medium to very easy, okay? First, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Mild alcohol use in a restaurant. Okay. The next, under frightening and intense scenes. Okay, if you're playing along at home, I want you to think long and hard about this. Long or hard about this. You can just choose one. Real fish can be seen, killed, or cut alive throughout a particular scene.
Dumb and Dumber?
No, great guess.
Euro Dreams of Sushi?
So I'm going to read the third one. The third one is
No,
violence and
some scenes.
gore. Butchering and preparing fish for sushi, because Charlie already got it. Wow.
I would have never been able to remember the name of that movie. Even though I have seen it and really like it, I don't remember the guy's name or what he... Yeah.
Blake
What he
dreams of
dreams
hero
of.
I
dreams
would
of
have
sushi.
Would have been like, somebody thinks about sushi a little bit. Is that the name of that masterpiece?
When Harry thought about sushi.
When sushi met Sally.
Sushi. Sally trying sushi for the first time. Oh, man.
American Sushi in London?
Should I cue
that's
one up
fun.
or?
You'll cue one more up while Charlie is queuing his up.
Okay.
And then we'll probably be done.
All right. Let's start with sex and nudity.
Okay. Oh.
All right. A statue of a nude woman is in the background of blank's office, but it's barely noticeable and not very realistic.
Richie Rich.
Good guess.
I was just thinking about the dad from Gilmore Girls more.
Let's see. There are 2 female humanoids giving
Oh, I've seen this.
someone a pedicure. They are wearing mesh outfits and some cleavage is showing.
The Fifth Element.
Not The Fifth Element. Good guess. Let's see.
It's a deep cut reference to Marty DeRosa's Wrestling with Depression. And that's something I say to myself all the time for no reason. Shout out.
You say,
let's podcast.
Oh, I thought you
like
just
if I'm
walked
about
around.
to get into the shower, like I'll pause to myself, I'll look down and I'll say, let's podcast.
I thought you say, that's a reference to Marty DeRosa's podcast, Wrestling with Depression. You just quietly say that to yourself all day. Let's see. Oh, there. A sea monster is violently torn in half by a larger sea monster. Later, another sea creature bites a gar-like creature's tail.
Is it a Star Wars movie?
Star Wars Episode 1.
Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace? Yeah.
We got it.
Very nice.
We got it, folks.
I vividly remember that sea monster thing, because it's like a...
Do you
looks
remember
like a
the line that he
T-Rex
says?
Oh, something about there's always a bigger fish.
Oh, that was an amazing Liam Neeson impression. Do that again to camera.
There's always a bigger fish. Who's he talking to?
Obi-Wan.
Oh, there's always a bigger fish, Kenobi.
The moment is that like they're getting chased by a giant fish about to get swallowed, and then another fish opens it, eats him, and then Qui-Gon very wisely says something that.
But Qui-Gon, is it always a bigger fish? There's always a bigger fish, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I'm like, this movie fucking rules.
There is always a bigger fish.
Yeah, me 10 years old watching it 1,000 times.
I will never forget the first time that the trailer showed the second half of the lightsaber going on in like just in anticipation. It's like it felt like they had like seen what me and my friends had been begging for on the playground. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
One annoying kid being like, and my lightsaber has a second blade. Okay? And we're like, that's too strong. No one would do that. No, but it's because I'm the Sith. You can't just be the strongest guy. Okay? Then I'm the apprentice to the biggest guy. You mean Darth Vader? No, the little boy's Darth Vader, and I'm going to try to murder him. Okay.
And that little boy grew up to be Pete Docter, famous director. Famous Star Wars director.
I want to check if that's...
No, I think you're right. There's someone with the Doctor name, because I think I've made that same joke before.
It's actually
Pete Docter. He wrote Up.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
I preferred the sequel.
That's always the kid that actually hits you with the broomstick, too.
Absolutely.
Eventually, he gets to the point where he's actually laying into you.
And he doesn't even feel bad.
No.
Okay?
First clue for my next one.
Wait, I did want
Man
to...
feels balloons in his... Never mind. Whatever. Sorry.
I was going to say the sequel to Up wasn't down.
Oh, it was Igby Goes Down.
Sorry, we cut off Charlie.
Oh, no, I just... one of my favorites under Sex and Nudity that I skipped for obvious reasons. R2-D2 tells C-3PO that his parts are showing.
Wow.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. You
Sorry,
got
that wasn't
one,
worth
Blake?
it.
Yeah, I have one, and I'm looking. It seems like pretty fun.
Great.
Okay, we'll start with the sex and nudity category.
Nice.
A couple is running towards a men's restroom while giggling. It is apparent what they're planning to do. Several scenes where a couple is kissing passionately. There is some implied sex. A large poster on a wall of a woman with bare breasts is shown prominently a couple of times. Nipples are clearly seen both times.
The Nice Guys?
No,
Whoa.
not a bad guess.
A nice guess. The Nice Guess.
Okay, here's a good
The
one.
Nice Guys is probably the hardest I've ever laughed in a theater.
Topless male nudity and male wearing skimpy vest with muscles. And that's how it's written, but I want to be clear that muscles are on the man, because it sounds like vests with muscles. Like
Yeah, like the
painted
vest,
on.
like
Yeah.
it's like a padded
Like
vest.
that kind that I wear to
Like Mr. Burns.
women.
Gorilla
Right,
chest.
right. Yeah, an offshoot of Spanx.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's Hunks. HUNX.
Copyright that. John, copyright that.
Copyrighted, John. All right, we'll move to alcohol, drugs, and smoking. There are at least a couple drinking scenes, as well as a scene where drinks are seen on a tray to be served.
Great.
So specific.
Okay, so whoever's reviewing this movie is my favorite type of reviewer.
Yeah.
Just the like running to the bathroom, you know what's gonna happen,
Right.
and like just noticing drinks are on a tray. Like
Also, there are a couple of drinking scenes, as well as there's drinks on a tray. It's like, why bring that up?
Just in case.
Like, people are, I don't want my kids holding a tray.
it also
I
implies
was fine with the muscly vest.
My kid might grow up to be a drunk caterer.
is the tray full of drinks not in one of the drinking scenes?
That's what I'm thinking. Is there's one extra one that he had to, he or she.
That's
had to
thorough.
Okay, main character is briefly shown smoking a cigarette, and he takes a sip of an alcoholic drink, then puts it back on the tray.
Bad Santa.
I'm not making this up. They brought up the tray again.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Both good guesses.
Thank you.
Two men walk in on one man finishing snorting cocaine. These are all very vague. Here's a good. People drink alcohol at a party, and there are one or two who are clearly drunk.
10 Things I Hate About You.
No.
50 First Dates.
No. I'll move into violence where I think it'll be more clear
Great.
where we're going here. The majority of the film consists of shootouts and gunplay as the main character is forced to use lethal force against the bad guys. Many characters die from gunshots, and there is a fair amount of blood, but never any gore.
John Wick.
You're getting very close.
John Wick.
Think about the other clues
He's got a vest.
and that one.
A skimpy vest.
I think you guys would get it this round.
A skimpy vest with
vest.
muscle.
Okay, this one, if you don't get it here, maybe you've just never seen it. There is one brutal fight scene in which a character is repeatedly kicked in the face, and the altercation ends when one of the combatants is hung from a chain by the neck.
The Raid Redemption.
No.
Fuck. I think all of these
Kill Bill.
descriptions
No, I think you guys are going...
the wrong way.
No, you're clearly in the right genre. Here, this one, I think we'll get there here.
Love it.
The protagonist's feet get cut by glass, then he steps on after many windows are shot out in a gunfight.
You got it?
Die Hard.
Yeah. I love the clues on that one because it's like
It's fun,
it
right?
feels like kind of like a weird, crazy party, which
Yes,
it is.
it
You
is.
forget the first 20 minutes of the movie is the party.
Totally.
Yep.
Also, shout out to the character named Argyle, which is the name of the driver in that movie, and I love that they called him Argyle so much. They're making like a spy movie called Argyle, and I'm like, I bet it was inspired by the limo driver in Die Hard.
Hell yeah.
I wish that Argyle was in all of the Die Hard sequels.
Is he wearing an Argyle sweater, and that's why they call him that? Or what?
My
even is-
memory is no.
I
My
think it's
memory
just in a
is
suit.
just
Isn't the Argyle sweater just the pattern? Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
cross
yeah.
pattern?
It's like a pattern, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think he's.
but what
I feel
a
like he's
fun
wearing
name.
A suit as the driver. He's wearing a
Could
black
be.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of him as just wearing. You know what he's wearing? He's wearing this. Sorry, John. You can cut that out if that's a pain.
It's right here.
In my memory, it's
Charlie, you do one.
I want it covering half my face. Can it move around?
Yeah, I want to kiss Argyle.
Let me give him one more.
Get me behind him looking real jealous.
Anyway, the show's over. Thank you so much for watching I Don't Know Movies, a movie trivia show named after how I feel about movies. We hope that you keep watching. Please like or subscribe. Pick one.
One or the other.
We don't need both. You can like it or you can subscribe, okay? Like as if you're, this was fun. I might watch another one if the algorithm decides to shove another one down my craw because it plays after a video about Victorian jails. That's the kind of stuff I watch on YouTube a lot. Again, this is so off track.
No, we were talking about Victoria jails all night. What do you mean off track?
Yeah.
Like we're on the same track, pal.
Wait, what's
Love
Die
it.
Hard?
It's a description of Victorian jails. Anyway, we hope that you'll keep watching. Make sure to subscribe if you like us more than Victorian jails. Okay, goodbye.
I don't know. Victorian Jails likes us a lot.
Victoria Jails. That's her name. I'd like to introduce you to my new beau, Victoria Jails. It's JAWLS. I should end. Goodbye.
Action. I don't know movies.